word I knew how to say was teacher, batum. And when I opened my mouth, the whole class started laughing. But by the time I was 13, I was in the ESL program. And you know, it's English as a second language, where I learned that the teacher was looking to pick someone to put it in the show, and they wanted me to play Maria for West Side Story. The teacher was like, if you get into theater, you will learn the language very fast. So it was just probably the best time of my life. And going from from little girl where everybody's making fun of to actually playing Maria West Side Story, and I got my first standing ovation when I said, "How many people can I kill, Chino, and still have one bullet left for me?" And playing Maria changed my life. It gave me a new perspective on who I was as a person, and that I can achieve anything. Dream it, you can achieve it. Trust me. So the road is long and twirled, and it goes through corridors and backyards and front yards, and it's just really, really fascinating. But whatever you desire, you can achieve it. So I remember running home after my first standing ovation, telling my parents, I want to be an actress. That's just going to be my life. I'm going to be an actress. And my parents, being old-fashioned from Haiti, there's only three things you can be. You can be a lawyer, a doctor, a nurse, or nobody. Because they didn't understand, arts can't bring food to the table. Arts is nothing. It just cannot bring food to the table. And having 6 members of one sister and 4 brothers in a family of 6, all together we make 8. That's a lot of people to feed. So, but then I was so determined. I was crying, screaming, I have a calling, Daddy. I have a calling. I have to be an actress. I want to be a star. I just want to. And they were like, girl, better get yourself back in that book. You're going to be a nurse. Because I ain't got time to be taking care of nobody for the rest of your life. Don't you know you black? And I'm like, oh, okay. What can you do? So I got accepted to performing arts. And they threw out the application and said, you're going to Barton, Clara Barton. So I said, the book says, honor thy mother and thy father, and thy days would be blessed. Whether you want to or not, the reality is that if I did become an actress and didn't make it at that time, I still would be living with them and not be able to go through the journey that I've actually went through, this wonderful journey. So I honored my parents and I became a nurse. Being a nurse was probably the hardest job I've ever had, but it also made me appreciate life. And I learned so much about the human body, the human mind, the human emotion. So I am grateful that I've actually listened, but I was not happy because I knew there was a star for me that was shining bright. And I made up my mind at that time, if they wasn't going to give it to me, I was going to give it to myself. Right? So I became a nurse, and I was a good nurse, I think, providing that I used to uplift my residents, not with medication, but with jokes and laughter. Because to me, that's the best medicine, jokes and laughter. And I always was becoming myself. But one day I got a little depressed, and this lady came up to me, she said, why is it that you're depressed? I said, I don't know, I just feel lost. I feel there's something else that I need to do, and I'm not doing it. She says, who's stopping you? She said, aim for it, you can achieve it. She said, you're a winner, you can do it. And that's when I said, she's right. I got myself back at BMCC, changed my major from nursing to liberal arts, joined the Talent Unique Club, and I started the Talent Unique Club, the first club in that school, and that was way back when you guys were just a memory in your mother's belly. But reach it and you can achieve it. And from there, I saw a sign on the wall that said Harlem Theater Company. Harlem Theater Company, we're looking for actresses. I knew nothing about acting, but before I even got to that point, they had a show, a fashion show. And I was skinny and cute as a button at that time, but still short, 4'11" at that time. They had that song, Short People Got No Reason to Live. I don't know if that's way back in your time. I mean, everybody was singing that. Short people got no reason to live. So I had to deal with being black, being short, but still having my dream. So I walked on 6-inch heels for 6 months. And then when the fashion show came, they went 1, 2, 3, and missed me. Another thing, I cried like a baby. I was not accepting this because I was a rebel. And I said, hey, wait a minute, why can't I be in a fashion show? We ain't got no clothes for you. No. So then I'm like, I'm upset. I got so upset, so they threw a book at me and said, you learn any one of those plays and you will be in the show. And the name of the book is called Anthology Shanghai. Colored girls who want to commit suicide when the rainbow isn't enough. Anyone knows that book? Well, let me tell you, that opens the door. She was singing my song. She was my guardian angel, this woman who was a master's of everything and who wrote the book Colored Girls. How did she know? I picked the piece, the monologue called Somebody Walk Off with All of My Stuff. And all through my life, I felt like somebody was walking off with all of my stuff, and I wanted my stuff. So I would do a little bit of her, just a little bit. Somebody walk off with all of my stuff. Not my poems or the dance I gave in the street. Somebody walk off with all of my stuff and didn't care that I was late for my solo conversation or 2 size too small for my own tacky skirt. Now, when I read that, I was like, oh my God, she's talking to me. And I want my stuff back, she said. I want my stuff back. And that was the beginning of my journey in theater. I took back what was stolen from me. I went back because I wasn't going to be just a nurse. I had to be the shining beacon light that was shining, that God had already ordained me, the fire that was burning in my soul. So Nota Zaki and Shanghai, who now just passed away last month, all right, God bless her. And she does not know how one book can change your whole entire life. It made you believe in who you are. By doing that play, I went all over the CUNY campuses. I got someone who paid me every time. I got me a manager who was taking me all over the CUNY campuses, from City College, Medgar Evers, BMCC, blowing up. Matter of fact, I could not even walk down the hallway without someone going, somebody walk off with all of my stuff. I didn't know anything about theater, but I had power. Somebody walk off with all of my stuff. And everybody wanted a piece of that stuff. And I was in my journey through greater and bigger things. So from there, I then couldn't take it anymore because like anything in life, you need training. You cannot, that's one of the reasons why all of us is here, to train for us to be better, because no matter how great we are, books is the answer. School is the answer that will open a lot of doors for you. BMCC opened a door for me. It made me the woman I am today. It showed me that I have strength, that I have power. It let me know that I'm a winner. I'm a person who takes advantage of everything. I don't just go to class. I want to know where this is, and I want to know where the talent show is. I want to know where the chess club is, because I come in here and I pay my tuition and I'm getting my money's worth. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? And even if you got financial aid, that is okay too. But you're here, and this is a moment in time where dreams can become your reality. So, coming from my humble beginning, I'm still in my humble beginning, I said, oh my God, so all of a sudden that sign on that wall, Harlem Theater Company, we're looking for someone between the age of 16 to 25. I was already 26. And I said, oh my God, I lied about my age. I went down there and gave him a wrong date because I had to get in. And I went right in. And the director, all the way in Harlem, that's another place. Harlem opened doors for me. Harlem, right there. I went right into Harlem to that school, and I told that man a lie. I said, I'm 21. And he just smiled. He did not really care. They just had that age number, but I had to get in. And I trained hard. Hard to the wall. Screaming. Jumping to James Brown. Learning about theater, the art, the music. I committed 2 years. By that time, I was already married. Was a single mother. Got rid of my husband, and I left. And I was still struggling with going as a single mother, living my dream, and working as a nurse. But you know what I said? Reach it. What did I say before? What is it? Dream it. You can achieve it.